This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Yorelis Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is Yorelis, and this is the sound of faith on fire.
Looking at the hand, but Yah said, I'm looking at your heart. You worry about a mark, you already brained it. This mark started in your heart, way before they touch your skin. You've been bowing in the dark. That's how the mark get in. You can't fake what you love. Heaven see it from the start. Ain't about the hand alone. This mark start in your heart. You singing. You singing loud on Sunday, but you folding by Monday. Truth hit your spirit, you run the other way. Say you love Yah, but you feel what they say. That ain't pressure, that's a price you already paid. See, the beast don't force what you already chose. He just give it form, let the real you show. You traded conviction just to stay comfortable. Now your silence louder than a trumpet blow. Drawn out with lips, but your heart far away. That's the kind of worship Yah don't entertain. You don't wake up mark, you grow into that state. Every compromise sealing your fate. This mark start in your heart. Way before they touch your skin. You've been bowing in the dark. That's how the mark get in. You can't fake what you love. Truth gon' pull you apart. You'll either stand in the light or get marked in the dark. Ain't no microchip stronger than your fear, man. That's the real control, they don't tell you that. You worry about a system and worry about your soul. Cause if truth make you uncomfortable, you already sold. He seal his own with his law in their mind. But you let the world rewrite your design. Every time you knew better but still went blind. You was choosing to mark one line at a time. Who you gon' serve? Ain't a new question. Joshua said it still need answers. You can't drink both cups, can't walk both sides. Soon as pressure hit, you gon' show who you ride with. Y'all want your hand. If he don't got your heart, you shouting hallelujah. But you tearing truth apart. Clean me up inside. Don't let me play this part. Cause I don't want that mark starting in my heart. This mark starting your heart. That's the real battleground. Before they ever roll it out, it's already going down. Either sealed by Yah, it's true, or you drifting in the dark. Ain't no middle ground. This mark starts moment, for a love, for a sign. But every time truth knocked and you turn away, you made your choice, line by line.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome back, rooted in Hebrew. I'd like to welcome everyone. My name is Mike, and shalom, shalom, brother Robert. I'm glad you came in, bro. Been quite busy in the last 2 weeks. Well, almost 3 weeks. There's a lot going on with the media, the systems. And it seems that they're slowing my thing down, my system. I did one song, one video, and this is just like one of the videos I didn't have to edit. For the vast majority of videos, when it's dealing with the color of our skin, and when you're dealing with AI like to put its stuff in. I do a lot of editing when it comes to this AI. When Yahushua said, we're going to be hated by all, I never thought it would be AI either. But it is. And it seems like AI went Christian on us, or at least me. Thank you, brother Robert. I mean, I like that song too. So when I do these songs, I base them on scripture. Everything is based on scripture. So I'm gonna get to the thing later. So I wrote this stuff out, and so I wanted to organize it with articulated words and things of that nature. AI sent me a message, said it couldn't do it because it did not want to offend certain people. And I'm like, this thing it developed a conscience now. AI, truthfully, it didn't develop a conscience. I see a system that's it would appear to me that I see a system coming into its own. Man thinks that he can control any and everything. I mean, we all know, man, how man is being guided. And this is Satan's system. So when man feels he is in control of something, he does not entertain that controlling factor. He don't think that it can get out of hand or it can fall into somebody else's hand. They don't think that way. They develop a system, go make me some money and let me know how the money is working, how the money is coming in, and how I can make more money, how I can control more people. That's the system that man has and, thoroughly wants. Shalom, shalom, brother Dave. I'm glad you came in, bro. And then, also, I meant to say that, see, because I'm just getting back into the States. So I took a trip over to Tanzania. I was out there for I was on a 2 weeks vacation, but good night, brother Dave, brother Robert. Man, do you know it took me 3 days to get there? I had to wait in London for 12 hours. I was like, man, what did I get myself into? I was 3 days. And so, I mean, I'm getting myself, to go there. And because usually I buy tickets and I just buy them and, when the day come, I'm gone. I should have looked at this ticket before I left. And it had me hemmed up. 3 days. And I set myself to be gone for 2 weeks. And so, I mean, eventually I got there and everything. Shalom, shalom, Sister Van P. I'm glad you came in, sis. So eventually I get there. A lot of things I was wanting to do. I wanted to go see my son's grave. It'll be a year in July. So me and his mother went by and seen his grave. We had some things done to it for his grave and everything. What? I don't know. You got Parasite in your comment, bro. I don't know who you are. Kichoa? I don't know. Shalom. But anyway, it was I liked the trip, but I had to get on back to Babylon and make some donuts. And so I was out for like 2 weeks. I think it was. And I just got back yesterday. Now, coming back to the States, it was not as bad, but this is the problem. They have this thing where I didn't go through it. There was a message that I got that, for this, it's a disease that's out there. What's the name of the disease? Ebola? Was it Ebola? Oh, no. Was it Ebola? I think it's Ebola. I could be wrong. But anyway, they were saying that anyone that was from Africa, we had to go through some other state before we come to the state. And I'm saying to myself, all right, there's Ebola. And so I was like, man, for whatever reason, that flight did not go there. It went straight to, I'm working in Pennsylvania right now. I'm doing work in Pennsylvania. So I flew back to the site where I'm doing work at. And so, however, this stuff is going on because they're saying it's hitting up the Congo and as well as Uganda. And Uganda, it borders with Tanzania. Ebola. All right. And so, I don't want nobody wearing my emotions. I do not, because we all got these decisions to make. But I'm gonna say this: these diseases, brothers, sisters, they're individually owned by families. They are owned, and they have antidotes for a lot of them. Now, and this is, I don't know if you brothers seen this. It's this movie. Tom Cruise is the main actor in the movie. And I know Brother Dave would know exactly what I'm talking about. There was one he did, a Mission Impossible. It was something based upon a disease. So the Gentile that was in the movie, he was thinking about the billions of dollars he can make off of this disease. So, I'm gonna get back to you, Brother Robert. What he did, he got the antidote. He made sure that he had the antidote first and foremost, because in this Mission Impossible movie, it's one of the older ones. Matter of fact, I think it's the very first one. Wait a minute. I think it is. I'm not for sure. But anyway, he wanted to release this disease in a well-populated city. And then he will show up like he's Superman and say he got a cure for it. You got millions of people that are sick. This is how they mock up their numbers. They know how many people are going to get sick, and then this medicine start going out. All that money goes to that person that owns that disease. This is a satanic, demonic system, brothers. You got to be demonic to be thinking that way. You don't care what you got to do to make money, to get money. If it means if I got to get this Ebola in front of your 3-month-old child for you to pay me, the system said, let it happen. This is the system we live in. And when the Most High said, if you love this system, you're going to die with the system. You cannot sit up here and think you will come after the Most High, and then at the same time you love Satan's system. He don't work that way. He does not work that way. And Brother Dave, you know what? You're right. Those diseases are patent. They're doing the diseases, they're doing the seeds. Man is trying his best to move the Most High off of his throne, the creator of all things. When I say that man is wrapped up in the devil's mind, because that's where it all started. That's where it's all started. He wanted the position of the Most High. A creature wanting the creator position. And man's doing the same thing. Doing the same thing. When the Most High said this tribulation will be great good night, I really truly understand what he's saying. Because they're doing everything Hashatan has always thought about. And doing it in the worst ways. The worst ways. But this is what we got to contend with. Hey, we had to see these things. We had to. This is what our forefathers passed down to us. They passed down this here to us, and we're living it. We're living in the right smack dab in the middle of it. That's what we're doing. These are the things we got to contend with. Now, if we were to speak to our forefathers and let them know, hey, this is what we had to go through, this here, that there, I think they'll look at us like we crazy. And ain't no way nobody can go through that. But we do, and we did. That's what's happening. From a techno side to how man is getting down and doing things, it would appear, brothers and sisters, we hemmed up. Because the Most High said that Hashatan has misled the entire inhabited earth. If he has misled the entire inhabited earth, it would appear there was no hope for us. It would appear. But the Most High started waking us up. He started, you are in the midst of you are in the belly of a beast. You got to crawl and get up out of there. You got to fight to get up out of there. And it may seem impossible, but if you just rely upon me a little bit, I'm going to pull you out. And this is where we are at right as we speak. This is that what do you think moment. Because what you think is what's going to save your life. That's what it's going to do. It's going to save your life. Now, I have it's five. It was 5 of us, 3 boys, 2 girls. I'm stuck right in the middle. I had 2 of them older than me and 2 of them younger than me. So while I was in Tanzania, my sister sent me a message. And she said, her message said, I just want to let you know, the doctor said there's nothing else they can do for me. This is what she sent me. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. So, I'm reading it and everything. I'm like, okay. And the message sounds like her message in so many words, eventually I'm going to die. That was the gist of the message. So I sent my sister a message. I said, so what you thinking then? What are you going to do with that type of information? So she texts me back, well, I'm going to just take the medicine that they give me. I'm already in hospice and everything. I mean, and don't get me wrong, brothers. It kind of irritates me. And I'm not being, what's the word? Insensitive. And the reason why I said that is because these people, these doctors, businessmen, when they see they have a power over you, they're going to use it. So it shot my sister down. Yeah, it did. So I'm saying to her, I said, hey, what you think can either make you or break you. And I'm not being hard about this, brothers. I'm not. With this awakening, the Most High is putting his spirit in all his people. Either we will speak up or we will fall right into fear. It's going to be one or the other. One, it's going to be that. We're not going to change that. So, I talked with my sister. I said, look here. This is not a praying time. No, it's not a praying time. It's not. And I told her, she looked upside my head. What do you mean ain't no praying time? She looked upside my head. I said, no, it's a pleading time. This is what I told her. This is beyond praying. This is a pleading moment. Whether you sick or not, it's always will be a pleading moment, brothers. Praying was when things was good in Satan's system. When we were accustomed to some things. You got food in your house. You got a decent job. You got a nice apartment. You got a house. Whatever the situation may be. We was content. We thought we were doing something. We standing there around like a family, holding hands and praying over the food. But when those struggling times kicked in, they kicked in. And the sad thing about brothers is this. We're not even at I would say we're at the early stages of a tribulation. It's like the world is getting itself all geared up for this World War III thing. One moment, we at the brink. People are getting hyped over what's about to happen. There's a hypeness that they got themselves all geeked up on. They're telling, if you're from the United States, you need to leave this country. But going back to my sister, so I spoke with her, and what we think, what we speak, it's power from both ends. It's power from both ends. And I never will forget, I'm gonna have to jump over to this brother, Deion Sanders, when he announced that he had, I think it was bladder cancer. I could be wrong, but I know it was cancer. And when he was, he did a press conference. I can hear it in his voice. I can look at his mannerism. He fed into it. He fed into it. And so, brothers, my point of saying it is, when you know or you hear a doctor say this or say that. Your line of thinking, it plays its part tremendously. And these people in the system, the powers that be, they know it do. They know it plays its part. That mind, brothers, is something else. But when you can control your line of thinking and let all of that residue in your mind hit your heart, man, please, you can bump cancer. You keep it moving. You do what you're supposed to do and you keep it moving, and Most High will do the rest. He already told you the leaves are for the caring of the nation. You got people that are literally scared, fearful of looking into herbs. Literally. But then at the same time, Most High said, hey, and then you know what? Let's just use an example. You may have this leaf, and this leaf has the cure. Boom. Everybody knows that this leaf has the cure. But you may be that person who see the leaf and you don't believe. Trust and believe. Whatever power that was in that leaf is gone because of your unbelief. Because the Most High already said the leaves are for the curing of the nation. He already put his stamp on it. But if you are a person who do not believe, you'll eventually go lay down where you can't get back up. You will have to believe. Because when the Most High says something, it's done. It's stamped. It's stamped. And when you don't believe and you have trouble with believing, the Most High said, you ask me for strength. He will send his strength. He's going to send that strength for you to aid you in your belief. The Most High, I'm telling you, when he said he has a desire for no one to be destroyed, he means it. If he got to send Joe Blow over there to sit up and say something to you, just to encourage you or to say something to you that will get your attention, trust and believe. That's the way the Most High is going to work it. He's going to work it just like that. But if you don't believe, brothers and sisters, you go get yourself hemmed up. And we got to look at the system. Look at the system. The system wants you to believe in it. The Most High said, hey, I'm the creator. I know what I put in the leaves. I know what leaves are good. I know what leaves are bad. I'm the creator. But then you got these people who is up under the creator. But they chose to lead man under their conquest, wanting man to believe in them more so than the creator. That's the dilemma that some individuals have. And unfortunately, like the Most High said, the devil has misled the entire inhabited earth. But one thing I would say, the Most High is opening up doors like never before. You got brothers and sisters that's taking up herbs and things of that nature, looking into it, studying it. But it still has not taken off, but it's getting there. Don't get me wrong. It's getting there. To eventually, all that residue of hate, distrust, or whatever the world has against us, that stuff is going to fade it's going to fade real quick. Because when their tribulation kicks in, full blown, full mass, they're going to feel what we've been feeling for hundreds of years. That's what they're going to feel. They're going to feel it. Shalom, shalom, Sister Patia. I'm glad you came in, sister. That's what they're going to feel. All the hustle, the struggle. Oh, but the thing different about it is this. When they come over to the Yahudim or Israel for that matter, looking for a cure or something of that nature, they're going to see that human side. They're going to see that compassion. And the world will have to sit back and reminisce about this one thing. We treated these people like dogs. They will have to go back and think about it. We treated these people like dogs. Everything they did, we looked upside the head. We thought, they're the scum of the earth. They got to be put in this position, brothers. They got to feel the way we felt. They got to go through what we went through. That's the only way they're going to come to appreciate the Most High. That's the only way that they're going to appreciate it. How can you appreciate something you ain't been through nothing? We had to go through it. Well, let me go back on that one. Our forefathers did not appreciate it, but they got us hemmed up some thousands of years later. So here we are, right, as we speak to this very day. This is us surviving, praying to the Most High, doing things that our forefathers didn't do. This is who we are, standing face to face with the devil. Israel did not fight demons. They fought nations. We are in a battle with wicked spirits. Let that sink in for a moment. King David, Joshua, all of them was fighting nations now. They fight, they were fighting some giants too now. Let's not, they was doing it. We woke up to fighting fallen angels, wicked spirits. This is what we woke up to. Shh. Brother, shalom, Brother Earl. I'm glad you came in, brother. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Let me back up. Brother Robert. Shoot, I got to find out what part I'm in, man. Have you ever heard of Allentown? Because truthfully, I'm all over this place doing all these stores. But I do know they call this part, I think, Allentown. That's the part I'm in Pennsylvania. But this is the thing, brothers. This is what the Most High is encouraging us to keep on believing in Him. And for us to be coming out of a system, a Satan system, into believing on the Most High, that's a strength. And you continue to believe in Him. You will find yourself in some struggling situations. You will, because these demons know exactly who you are. They see how you move. They see the light that flesh and blood can't see. When they see that light, they gonna know, oh yeah, this person is believing. This Negro is woke. They know exactly who you are and the power that is contained within you. That's what they do know. Now, they have, and I know what they're doing, my little thing here, they slowing it down dramatically. And like I was saying about AI, it's making it a little bit more difficult to do AI. I could see eventually this information that we think we have at our disposal of AI, I think that's going to eventually stop. If it don't stop, trust and believe, you're not going to have the access to the system like you think you do. It's not going to get down. It's not going to flow that way. It's going to slow. Brothers, I know y'all hear me talking about pimps, but this is that pimping moment. In order to get you addictive to something, they got to give it to you. They get a drug dealer. If he want customers, what did he do? He give his product away. Because what? He has faith. It's going to make you an addict. It's going to make you come back to him. But then that's when he can charge you full blown. If he want to misuse you, he got you as an addict. You want to be misused. This is Satan's system. He's the biggest drug dealer of all. Yahusha told us, do not be heavy drinking and overeating and things of that nature. Oh, we come to realize that's the devil. He knew exactly what to do with that. And when we was, let's say we were still asleep, we were still asleep, and sleep in captivity and wrapped around religion. That's a terrible combination. A terrible combination. But we was in it. We ate because we was taught that the laws was done away with. We did pork, shrimp, you name it, we did it. Lobster, please. But the devil knew. He knew. Get these Negroes wrapped in the system. That was his goal and still is. Hey, Brother Robert. Yeah, shoot. I mean, I'll say sometime next week, man. You let me know where you at, man, because on a weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, I don't work. I don't work. You get at me. Matter of fact, let me just do it this way. Hold on for a moment. All right, hold on. Let me make sure. And I just put my email in there. So all you gotta do is email me, brother, and I just send my number over to you. But that's what we got going on, brothers. The mind, what we think, brothers, sisters, that's our strength. What you're thinking about is going to be a strength that you cannot fathom. To get ourselves unacquainted with the system, it takes strength to do that. It does. It does. It takes strength to get unacquainted from a system that has spoiled you just to get to you. That's what it did. But the Most High was showing Hashatan, you do not have strength over me. The Most High decided to believe in his people. Okay, bro. Hold on, brother. Let me say it this way. Because I think now if you put your number in there, I think now, the last time I did it flagged me. How can I do that? Brother, you know what? Hold on, let me do it this way.
If you've been using brown sugar and baking soda to grow plants, whether it's tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplants, or pepper.
All right, brother. You send it over, then I'm gonna put it into my phone. But brothers, sisters, wait a minute, hold on. You know what? I'm glad. You know, wait a minute. Did you just try that, Brother Rob? Did you just try to send me an email? Hold on. Because you know what? I was having problems with that email, and they sent me a message saying my email was repaired. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. You must be crazy. All right, so I mean, however you want to do it, Brother Robert, you know, you can send it over, and then like I said, and I'm gonna put it in my phone, then I'm gonna just send you a text letting you know I got it, and then I'll send you my number at the same time. But brothers, this is what we have to do. We got a lot of things, brothers. We got a lot of things we got to contend with. Even within the brotherhood, we got some things that we got to contend with. We was warned, these are some things that you want to go through with your own family members, with your own brothers, with this awakening. And at the same time, you still must continue to fight to believe. Brothers, there's so much information out there that brothers and sisters be talking about. And I got to pick and choose. Or I don't necessarily have to pick and choose, but I'm just saying I choose to pick and choose. And I don't have a whole lot. I don't. Do you see? Do I see the email? Not, you know what? Let me do it this way, brother. Because it can't come in as no, I don't see it, brother. I do not see it. Let me go back here. You put the phone number in the chat. No, I don't, brother. I don't even see that in the chat. That's why I'm saying. I kind of figure, you know what? I tell you what you do. This is what you do. If you go send a phone number, let me see, how can I do that? No, I don't see your phone number in the chat. Because I kind of figured there's something that they do when it's a phone number or something like that coming over. They hop into it and they'll block it because I don't see your phone number at all. But you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. I just sent a different email. Yeah, I just sent a different email, but I do not see your number at all. But I tell you, brothers, it's going to get a lot more trialsome. It is. It's going to get a whole lot more. I mean, for you brothers who ever read the book of Abraham for the last days. That's some very deep reading. I'm serious. And on top of trying to cope with family, brothers, with this awakening, I see that with some brothers, there's some, you know, some brothers and sisters can be easily offended. Easily. And with some brothers speaking, there may be no harm in what they're saying and what their belief is. But the devil is always going to have his finger in it. And it's to disrupt us. Oh, it was this sister. All right, do you see my... No, brother, I do not see your email in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. No, Brother Robert, I surely don't. I do not see your email in the chat at all. Wow, I'm able to put my email in the chat, but I'm not able to see yours at all. No. No, I'm not able to see it, brother. I just went up and scrolled up and see, maybe I missed it. I don't see it up there. But I tell you, brothers, it's going to get worse. Off the top, it's going to get worse. We think that gas is high. No, brothers, this is the cheap gas. This is the cheap gas. It's still doable. That's what this is. When it's out of control, please, you just might get jacked for riding on a bike. This is how the system is moving. And the powers that be, they're just getting themselves set for the grand finale that they're going to cause. The Most High see exactly what they're doing. And they're moving as if nonchalant, as if they don't have a worry in the world, because they're causing the trouble. They know exactly, it's a mine there. You don't want to step there. You want to step over here, step there. Hey, 1, 2 left, kick it back, walk forward. They know the dance to the rhythm. They know exactly what they're doing. That's what they do know. They're causing it. Just like Brother Dave said, they even patent some of the diseases. These diseases, brothers and sisters, they're owned. Why would you want to own a disease that can take out people? Because they have an antidote. That's what they got. Let's not forget this now, brothers. Just because they have the medicine for it, that don't mean that you might get this disease and you get the full-blown antidote. You go get one that may take you some years to get over. That's the antidote you're going to get, because they're looking at a longevity payment from you. Brothers, when I say this system is demonic, this is a demonic system to keep you in captivity. Brothers and sisters, for the ones that are in the chat, do you all see Brother Earl's email? His email or his phone number in the chat? Because I don't see it. If you can see it, just let us know. This is wicked. It's system. And for those people that's choosing not to, I ain't gonna say that. I can't say that. Because right now they're being deceived too. And the Most High knows them. He knows them. See, and they gonna need to see the trouble. They're gonna need to feel the pain in order for them to really come to grips that, hey, we know these so-called African Americans, they went through some things. The system did some things to them. And now, whatever was done to us is going to be done to the world. Brothers, and see, now, this is the thing. It would appear that the system is under the illusion they're going to break this off on us again, trying to move us back to the 30s, the 40s. That when you see them walking on the sidewalk, you step off the sidewalk so they can walk by. That's the notion that they're entertaining themselves with. They want the good old days. That's what they want. This is the reason why they are disrupting, and they don't get me wrong, brothers. I mean, I don't, I have no share in political adventures. But when you start listening to them, and this is not no, but when you start listening to what they're doing to different states, in order for them to take power away from people of color, Black people. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, this stuff looks so, our forefathers came out of Egypt, and they had their backs against the wall. And then when they turn around, they see Pharaoh and these chariots hurling towards them. That's what they see. They know they can't walk on water. They know for a fact, hey, we can't swim across it. Swimming, brothers, that's a workout. That is a workout. Swimming is a workout. It is believed that you're working every muscle in your body. And I can believe that. So now you think, our forefathers are absolutely hemmed up. Brothers and sisters, do you not see the hemming up of this system or this nation? We just can't walk on water over the Atlantic or the Pacific to another nations. No, we don't. This is that moment our forefathers was in. Brothers and sisters, what they're trying to do I ain't gonna say trying. It would appear it's in motion. That's what it appears, that these things are in motion. And that do you think they're really concerned about your sick mother, your sick father? No, they're not. They're not worried about none of it. This is their legacy that they're pushing forward. This is what we are seeing, brothers. This is what we are literally witnessing. You're surrounded. We are surrounded. But then this is that what do you think moment. Are you that type of person that's thinking, no, I see we got ourselves hemmed up in captivity. We did some inventions, yeah, and they stole it. Yet and still we hemmed up, and they using what we may have invented. They're using it against us. We can't have conversations with a husband and wife in their own house because what? One of the pieces of equipment that they use as a to communicate with is also a listening device. So there's no private talk between husband and wife because of the system. When I say the system moved us into position, it moved us. Being led to be misled. That's what we got ourselves into. But at the same time, us being led to be misled, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, it's for the glory of the Most High. You think the Most High is going to lead you here and get you hemmed up? No, he's not. This is when alrighty, this is what the devil did. This devil trying to play me weak. Then at the same time, you may have some individuals who lose hope because of what they're seeing. Then the Most High shows up like he did with our forefathers. Brothers and sisters, I'm serious. I'm seeing the same pictures, the same scenario. You got some of them that start complaining. I had this guy I work with. He just had a belligerent mindset about the Most High. Some of the things he said, I was like, "No, hold on, pimp. I'm serious." It was irritating to me. And I was like, "Man, you need to watch what you're saying." Now, you say you're a man that believes in God, but yet and still you cursing at your creator? You telling him what he needs to do? I found that stuff very irritating. That's just me. And so, I mean, like, man, look here. Let's leave that conversation alone because it's the cursing I'm having a difficult time of letting slide by. That's just me. But that's what he's just that type of person. And you got a lot of people out there like that. But Brother Robert, I have not seen nobody in the chat that said that they see your information. I don't know what's going on. But I mean, when you type in everything else, I see. But brothers, sisters, this tribulation, from a biblical standpoint, I believe it started very low key. Yes. I don't think we got into the brunt of it. No, I don't believe that. I don't think we got into the brunt, like the guts of this great tribulation. And like the Most High said, it's for the nations. It's for the nations. But what did the scripture say? Judah will be saved out of it. Or Jacob will be saved out of it, out of it. We went through it before they even can fathom it. This is what's going on. We, truthfully, brothers, are in a privileged position. This is what we are. We are in a privileged position. They can say what they're going to say. They can do what they think they're going to do. And they move about with an arrogance. The world do. They move with an arrogance that is unbelievable. When I was in Tanzania, and don't get me wrong, brothers, I tell you, I went into let's call it like a downtown, because I was looking for some material, and they, in all of these stores, from the pharmacy to the beauty supply, all of them, it's us that's working it. But trust and believe, the Indians, the Arabs, those are the ones who runs it. And I tell you, their respect towards our people, whew, it is, oh, brother, it's pitiful. It is pitiful. But, it's something about the African American. They can easily separate us from every other Black person. And when I say they do not talk to you like they talk to our brothers and sisters there, they do not. No, they put some seasoning to their words when they're talking with the African American. They season it up. But at the same time, they still maintain their hate. If you think you can sit there and mingle with them, you're only fooling yourself, thinking you can get into their category. You can happen to their stream of business. See how fast they and start looking upside your head, treating you like the local brothers, the local sisters. That's what they would do. They have a system, brothers, like the United States has a system. But the difference is this. Their system in the United States, that is, was a stolen system. It was a stolen system. Black Wall, a stolen system. They was trying to figure out how in the world these niggas got themselves set up so pretty. What's that town in Florida? They made a movie about it. Esther Rose, she played in it, and Don Cheadle's played in this movie. Help me out, Brother Dave. Man, what's the name of that movie? But anyway, if you're looking at look at these movies, there was a clean side and that was a dirty side. I'm telling you, they wised up. Rosewood, thank you, Sister Patty. That's who I'm talking about. Rosewood. Rosewood was a clean community of who? Us. That's who it was. Black Wall Street, the same thing. Clean. Brothers walking around, minding their business, staying within their own system. All it takes is one lurking eye, and that's all it took. That's all it took. And in both instances, from Black Wall Street, it's supposed to have been a young Black brother who was on an elevator, and some little Becky claimed that he whistled at her and got everything popped off. Same thing in Rosewood. Both of them built on a lie. Brothers, I was on my way back from Tanzania, and I was on a plane. And so they had these religious groups. They was loud and everything, you know, all on a plane and everything. You know, truthfully, I'm just trying to get back to Pennsylvania, get back to my hotel so I can relax. And so they having these, well, no. It was this sister. She sat behind me. I was kind of discouraged at her too. But then the person that was sitting beside her was one of the Gentiles that was on this religious trip, like an NGO. And I know good and well they can hem you up religiously, you know, full of lies. And so they was talking about this, and they was talking about Africa. Brothers and sisters, don't those NGOs, they ain't number spies. That's it. That's all they are. And then they'll come to our people and make like we're here to help. That's what they put off the appearance of. But what's that brother? Ibrahim Tory. He started kicking them out. He started kicking the NGOs out of his country. And it seems like it's a slow process for Africa to get rid of these NGOs, because all they're doing is taking especially in South Africa, they got the little boys walking around with miniskirts on. One of the teachers, big old dude, white dude with a beard. He went to school taking a picture with a pink dress on. Brothers, sisters, they are in, when I say they got it, South Africa, but now don't get me wrong now, brothers. That alphabet soup, it has taken root in some of the countries in Africa, especially that of South Africa, East Africa, Tanzania. I've been seeing some girls, some boys walking around here, you know, and I know Hitty was talking about, she said, it's like this stuff is taking off here, Mike. It's like they just accepting it. But at the same time, when you got a country that's full of corruption goes downhill. When I say downhill, we're talking about the people. If the people see that they see an opportunity for them to come up or to steal, I don't care how quiet or how meek that brother or sister may be or appear to be, you better consider it stolen. It's gone. Satan is putting his last foot or his last ditch effort in trying to destroy the Most High's people. That's what he's doing. He's doing that to a degree that he himself is concerned. If he can stick his foot into this awakening, he has done it. I heard brothers say, oh, he or she ain't nothing but an agent. Somebody is an agent. Somebody is, well, brothers, I can't call nobody no agent, but if you're just doing wrong, you're just doing wrong. That's what it's going to boil down to. Now, if the Most High got to remove you, so be it. Hey, but I will be very concerned about that type of movement, because you may not have the movement, but you've been removed from the movement. These are dangerous times. And brothers and sisters, I know I spoke to you all some months ago. I was, no, it's time for me to start making moves. Yeah, it's just that time. Period. Bump it. Now, because I see something. And the Most High has already warned us what man is going to do. It ain't the fact that the Most High is causing this. The Most High is not causing food shortage. Man is. He's looking at man's heart. He's looking at the conniving heart of man. And he's putting their information out there to us. That's what he's doing. He's warning us. This is what they're doing. And brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, what? What's that dude's name? What's that man's name? But he's one of the people, one of the billionaires. And it seems like they got them doing different things for different situations of something that's concerning this planet. The growth of food. All righty. They are doing this now. They are patenting seeds. They're calling themselves re-engineering seeds. So if you grow a particular plant and this seed is owned by a particular family, who you think own that seed that you're growing in your backyard? They do. They do. See, now, these are the same people that was in bed with religion and still is. And so they taught us, and people, the laws are done away with. The laws in the Bible are done away with. When you strip their heritage, they do not need to know that they are Israelites. They do not need to know that. Make these people over here the Jews. This all been orchestrated and planned, put in place, brothers. Keep these niggas in the dark. That's what they did. Still doing it. Trying to do. It seems like they ain't got enough gorilla tape to hold this down. They don't have the strength to hold down what the Most High said. Let this awakening be loosed. They can't do it. They can put a strip of tape on it, come back a couple of hours, it's ripped. That's all that's happening. Well, they ain't got no more tape. What did they do? All leave it alone. Go over here and work on this part over here. That's what's happening. It's getting to a point they cannot control it. They move on to something else. Because they understanding that it cannot be stopped. Discouraged? Yes. But stop? No, it cannot. You're still going to have those individuals, no matter what a brother or sister may say or do, ain't going to stop those true brothers and sisters who believe in the Most High. They're going to keep it moving. They already been warned that, hey, some are going to betray you. Some are going to hand you over to the authorities. Some of them going to even try to kill you or even kill you. We was warned. And so now the Most High is giving us the discernment for us to recognize, understand, and see from a distance what's on the horizon. You're going to know exactly how to move. The Most High Spirit is not no joke. It's going to let you know what you need to do. And we move with it. That's the beauty of discernment. Praying for discernment. You're going to need it, brothers. You're going to need it. We are still in captivity. They know who you are. And when they cannot cover up truth, they cannot lash out at the Most High, nor Yahushua. But they can lash out at you. And brothers and sisters, the lashing out has already begun. These states, they talking about Jim Crow, taking over political seats moving African Americans from this particular political power down to here. And then they got a Gentile above you. Oh, yes. This is what they got. This is what they're doing. They understand. They seeing that this awakening cannot be stopped. What do? They get upset. These Negroes, you can't tell them nothing. That's what the world is saying. And the world has gotten itself hemmed up. They upset at some people that their forefathers kidnapped, brought them here. And now you're saying that they are thorn in your flesh? Instead of them looking at the scriptures, because they went to the scriptures. Hey, they had to dismantle the scriptures. They had to teach a lie. Now, teaching a lie, brothers and sisters, that is a gift that they have. Because the gift, it worked. The gift of lying, of the laws, it was believable. They put some words together and called it biblical teaching, and they called it theology. We believed it. But for whatever reason, the Most High said, I'm going to awaken my people. Those dry bones will rise again. And that's what's happening. These dry bones they can't stop it. They cannot stop it. For whatever that man think that he can push out, they can have other Negroes upset at us. It's not going to stop what the Most High has already deemed to be open to be released. It's not going to stop it. It's not. All it's going to do is raise the Most High to stand up for his people. It's going to get to a point where Brother Robert, Brother Dave, Sister Van P, Sister Patty, it's going to come to a day where they're going to get fed up. They're going to renew their hatred against all of us. And that renewing is already started. That renewing has already started for this hatred. They want to push you back. They're already telling you what they want to do. They want to make America great again. So now this right here will lead to this question here. God bless America. What God do you think this nation is asking that question for, or asking for that blessing? Because it's most definitely not the Most High Yah. And if you ever listen to the long version of their national anthem, brothers and sisters, they never once did. They just played the short version of it. And the sad, some of our family members will proudly throw their hand over their heart and pledge allegiance to a dying nation. This is Satan's system. And no matter how much you think, I'm talking about African Americans, believe that this is your place, you ought to trust and believe. You're about to see a reversal in history that's going to wake you up. Brothers and sisters, I have seen brothers, sisters complain about or make a statement. This is the reason why I don't date black men. This is the reason why I don't date black women. Brothers, I'm trying to get these numbers together, but it is absolutely mind-blowing. that these individuals are no longer with us, that is of the living. The ones that make these comments, and it usually is by the people they claim that they love the most. That's what's happening. The world, these little commercials, I tell you, boy, these commercials they're making now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're not trained the spiritual eye, you'll see some. No, that was and you know, I was, I didn't too much like the movie. I just put up with the movie. Okay, brother, you do that, and like I said, I just sent my email over to that the RTT solution at gmail.com. I sent that one over also, just in case if that one worked, because I know Sister Patia, she be sending me emails, and they, you know, but they come through. I see her email, they come through. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, do that for me then, brother. I'm trying to think what I was talking about. I get thrown off so easily. But the thing is, hold on. What is this? Nope. Okay. All righty. But we have some things. I ain't gonna say a lot. We have some things we got to contend with. It's going to get worse. Off the top, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Gas is going to skyrocket to eventually, whatever. It may run out. But we have to start putting ourselves in position. I know I told you, brothers, I got to start. I wasn't playing with that. And I'm still working on it. When I was in Tanzania, went by and looked at some land and things of that nature. So I got to start, you know, and I started it. I started putting things in place. Because I do believe a lot of things that we are maybe accustomed to, we won't have it. We will not have it. And it could serve as a distraction in order for us to, you know, to stay obedient to the Most High. And when we was going up into these mountains, you know, driving. But the sad thing about it is, I asked the brother, I said, man, is this place in the mountains? And he said, no. So I'm like, I sat back in the car and I'm like, man, I said, y'all do know we going up a mountain. And he was like, no, we're not going up a mountain. I was like, this man barely can get out of third gear. You going up a mountain. And I said, and when we come back, I want you to notice he gonna keep his foot on the brake. Because we was in the mountain, but for whatever reason, the residents did not, because when I say residents, I'm talking about brothers, because it was a lot of us, it was a lot of us. We met up at this particular location where there's brothers on some land. So we met up there. And so we was getting ready to leave. And I said, hey, I want you to pay attention. We are on a mountain. And when you get on that road and we start going down, you're going to find that your foot is going to be on that brake more than the gas. The brothers, you know, maybe they just got accustomed to it. But when they start to understand, they start to see how they were speeding up going down that hill, the motorcycles too. Yeah, they was holding on to the brake. The brother was like, I did not realize we was going up a mountain, because the mountain is just that fast. It's just that wide that they didn't even see it. But now we did get to a point where We was looking out to like the cities. I mean, it was, whew, yes. I mean, that's when it kicked in. That they was on a mountain. And when I say mountain, I mean, you have some brothers and sisters out there that had their homes built out there and things of that nature. But for the vast majority of brothers that's out there that's living in these, they take some mud, some sticks, and build them a home. And put them, and they will put a solar panel up on their home. And brothers, the batteries, some of them may have a car battery. They charge the battery up, but they're not able to put no refrigerator on that battery. No, they can't do that now. It's just something to charge up their cell phones, and things of that nature. But they contend with what they got. That's what they do. They contend with what they got. It can be trialsome, and I seriously believe it is going to be trialsome when it gets to that point where life is going to push us into that position. It's just something to think about, because they know that they have a controlling mechanism over each and every last one of us, because not one of us live in a hut. Each and every last one of us have electricity. We have plumbing. You have a bathroom where your sewer goes down a pipe, wherever it got to go, into the sewer. Water, turn it on. They already know if we start to control all of that, we go control the people. This is all about control, brothers. They got us, like I said, they got us accustomed to these things. And so now it's going to lead back to this question. What do you think? Are you going to have in your mind, your heart, come what may, I'm serving the Most High? Because think about this. Our forefathers, when they got out of Egypt and the Most High saved them and got them over the waters, they got over there. What did they do? What did they do? Now, mind you now, our forefathers, they was not broke. They was not broke. They left with money and things. This is what they left with. But yet and still, crossed over. Looked like it would appear that they didn't have nothing else to do. An idle mind is a devil's workshop. And it seemed like the workshop was open for business. They looked at Moses, more so Aaron, want to take over his position. Couldn't find nothing else better to do but to get some unnecessary nonsense started. And they got themselves hemmed up for it. Brothers, we're going to have the residue of this tribulation. We're going to have it. And you're going to have these individuals, our brothers and sisters, who are going to show their selfish side. It's going to happen. This is going to happen. You may have you may have a candy bar. Those selfish individuals will be thinking about themselves only. It's all about what you think. If you're thinking about your brothers and sisters, you're thinking about serving your brothers and sisters. And if you are serving your brother, vice versa, all you're doing is helping one another. That's all you're doing. But you hell bent on what you can get. You hemmed up. And I'm gonna tell you something, brother. That stuff is real. And it's a there is a strength. There is a strength to selfishness. The scripture stated, people will be lovers of themselves. Brothers, in the last days, people will be lovers of themselves. That is kicking. You can go to YouTube or TikTok or Facebook. Everybody taking pictures of themselves like they drop dead gorgeous. And they could be drop dead, or I ain't gonna say drop dead. They could be gorgeous. They could be, but it's not of Yah. If you're gonna be gorgeous, let it be inside. Let it be inside. Get everybody's attention. That's how the devil moves. That's how the devil moves. And we can look at entertainment, brothers. We can look at that. What will people do to stay in front of the camera? And we seeing what people can do. Like little Kim, oh, good night. Have y'all seen any of her old? And now you got to ask yourself, why in the world are you going to this extreme? Michael Jackson was another one. Matter of fact, I think all the Jacksons, they got affected with the system of trying to be like the system. It's like, God forbid if they had a dark-skinned child. That's just me now. It was like, God forbid if any one of them had a dark-skinned child. But whatever a person wants, I mean, hey, that's on you. And I do get it. It would appear that we are on the losing side of this battle. It do appear that way. Just yesterday, brothers, like I said, I was on my, trying to catch my flight, and there was this sister. She was in. Matter of fact, they called out some numbers and things because you can't, if you're in the airport and these people get on that microphone, you can't understand nothing they say. And I'm right up on this woman. I'm like, Dad, come in. They need to change this microphone now because I can't understand nothing. She said, and here come another guy, white guy. He said, I only came up because I couldn't make nothing out that you were saying. But anyway, I went up with my ticket. She said, no, I didn't call your number yet. So she said, have a seat right here. And so the sister, she didn't understand either, so she came on up. And she said, I couldn't understand. And, she told her to have a seat also. So she sat a seat away from me. And so we struck up a conversation. Now, this sister was so dark-skinned, brothers. It's like her skin shine with blue, with a glare of blue on it. But this sister had the smoothest skin. And I said, sis, you just don't know how many people want to have skin like you. She dropped her head. This sister was so dark-skinned, but she had the smoothest skin, and she had a natural. And she said, she was in Kenya, and but she was coming. I think she's from Pennsylvania. I'm not for sure, but she came to Pennsylvania, and so she's very proud of her skin. She, and the way she moves about, as if she knows that the world is looking at her skin. Not saying that she was showing herself off, because I mean, there was nothing immodest about this sister. She's very tall for a woman, very tall. And there was nothing flair about this sister, you know. It's like she was not standing out there with some skimpy thing on or nothing. It's just the fact she knew her skin gets people attention. Brothers across the board, whether you're a dark-skinned brother or you're a light-skinned brother, if you have the image of a black man or a black woman, you got attention. Because I kid you not, brother, I'm sitting in that line. I thought I was the only black in there. And I was happy to see that sister. Made me feel like, hey, we're about to take over. But I thought I was the only, and then she walked in. Then here, the other sister, she came in. And then there was another sister came in, but then she came in with a white guy. And the other sister who was talking to the preacher or whomever he was, they struck up a conversation about preaching in Africa. Now, I wanted to say something because they said, it's like, they sat right behind me. And so the sister was like, let me tell you something, sister. Barbara. Shalom. That dark skin is beautiful. You're right. No, it is absolutely beautiful. But they taught us to hate our skin. That's what they did. They did that. But few they started fighting against that. You had it. It was so bad off that you had some sisters that want to have a baby, but they wanted with another race of people so that baby can have good hair. The question I had was, who told you had bad hair? That's the thing. Who told you you had bad hair? And the queen that's supposed to be at a brother's side was desecrated, made fun of, and especially when it came down to skin color. So they got to a point where they wanted to lighten up their skin. Yeah, these brothers, when I say the world went in on Israel, the world went in on Israel. Everything that was about us, they gave off a lie that they can't stand us. But when they said, your lips too big, our people were biting their lips to keep their lips in. Because we became self-conscious about it. Oh, you just too dark. And it was a known fact. The darker you were, the worse you got treated. Ooh, brothers, what you talking? I can vouch for that. And I'm talking about even amongst your own people. That's how deep that the devil went in on us. Told sisters, your lips, your butt, your shape. Oh, you look like a prostitute. This is what they told us. So it got to a point to eventually, it got to the brothers. So they had to get this man frustrated enough to him to attack his own sister. It worked. They separated us. They got us to the point of thinking ill of your own brothers and sisters. Now, don't get me wrong. It took some time for that to happen. But when The plan was executed. It went in deep. It went in deep. It went deep. Till it got to a point where the brothers started cursing their sisters. I'm gonna tell you something. The devil knew exactly what he was doing. He knew if he can get that man to curse his own sister, what do the poor say? There'll be hell to pay. And brothers and sisters, yes, we did. We shot at the sister, shot her down, made her feel, if she was feeling low, she was shucks, she was lower than that. Because just like what Sister Barbara said, they wanted to be like us. So in order for them to be like us, you got to kill that individual line of thinking. You got to. And then they step out looking like you. And they want their lips puckered up. They want the hips of a black woman. But a black woman, she like a prostitute. But for them, it's sexy. Now let that sink in. Let that sink in. Oh, but it only it only lasted with them a moment. Because what? We started coming into our own. We start, wait a minute, there's nothing wrong with us. We are who we are. Then that's when that black and proud moment, that was us. But then there was another blow we had to get through. The world was never done with us. The world has always been fighting us. This is the moment. This is that fight, not for Israel's life or longevity. That's a done deal. It's for them. It's fighting for their life. It's fighting for their livelihood. Shoot. Yeah, they hate us. They do. But they're renewing their vows for this hatred. That's what they're doing. This is that one where it's going to be real across the board. That's what it's going to be. Waking up, sister. The wakening up is real. It's the power that comes with it that's scary. See, that I'm gonna tell you what they did, sis. They called it Sister Zenobia. Shalom, sis. It's been a moment. I'm glad you walked in. I'm glad you came in, sis. Wait a minute. You said you can see his email, Sister Zenobia? How are you able to see it and I'm not able to see it? Let me do this, Sister Zenobia. Can you what do they call that thing? Can you send that over into the chat and let me see, can I see it? But this is what they did. They called it superheroes, but you didn't see no black superheroes. All of them were white. And if they did do anything, they had to be a color. They had them purple. The Wonder Twins, were they purple or was they green? Either or. They wasn't showing a black person at this particular time for cartoons. But they can take everything about you because they already figured. These Negroes will not know that Ka'el is the L is taken out of the scriptures. They won't know this. So they're going to think it's just a Superman, a white guy flying around with a cape and some spandex drawers on. Or Batman, or Wonder Woman, or Flash. The majority of your so-called or their so-called superheroes, they got them from the Bible. Samson was the Hulk. Because Samson, what was he doing? Samson was always upset at the Palestinians, always upset at them. They was always doing something that made him upset. And then he had to go there and lay down. He had to go there and lay his hands on them. Yes. Hold on for a moment. I'm sorry about that, brothers. I'm back. But what they did, even when it came down to these superheroes, they're pretty much taking them out of the scriptures. Flash was the one that was a prophet, and he was running about, faster than a horse. But this is the most troubling thing that they're seeing, and that they know. They know this. They know that from the scriptures, and so the Most High put our books out there for the world to read. And what did they come about? They start reading. Hey, these people eventually going to have some powers. So now they came up with AI. What did the brothers do? They start making making some videos of these black people flying around with powers. And that's a dangerous thing, brother. So now you're giving them a visual. That's what we gave them. We gave them a visual of things to come. In so many words, what we did, you put fear in them. Why? Why do the fear come? Because they know all the atrocities that they put upon y'all's people. Yes, that's what they know. And so in their little bitty minds, these people go come back at us, and they already got it. They already dominating the sports. Yes, I do. I have Michael at cdataservices.com, and I have the RTT solution at gmail.com. And I think now the Michael at CData Services, I was having some issues with that, and I just received a message a couple of days ago that they repaired whatever issue that I was having with my CData Services account. So I don't know. I got to see. But like I was saying, brothers, they know, they see what football, basketball, all these sports. We was double sports. I can't see, brother. Oh, you can't see it. I thought you said you could see it. I'm sorry. I misread. I misread the message. All righty. But they are looking at the history and what they did to our forefathers. I mean, it was prophesied that we was going to lose all of this, and we lost it. When a slave master came up, what we do? We drop our head, drop our eyes. They say get on the ground. You brought this upon yourself. A lot of the brothers and sisters got on their knees and took that bullet to the back of the head. This is what they did. Buck breaking, they did that. Raping our sisters, they did that. They did these things. And so now, can you imagine the Most High waking up that type of power? Brother, tell you what, Brother Robert, can you send it to the RTT solution at Gmail? You know what? Hold on, bump all that nonsense. Let me do it this way. Let me see. No, yeah, let me, wait a minute. Hold on. Please like, share, bless. What in the world? No. I don't know how that came up. Hold on. All right. Oh, I did something wrong. Hold on. Hide. Nope. Brother, something else came up. What? It's a banner. Dude, I tell you the cotton picking truth. What is this stuff? All right, that's what it was. It jumped over to there. All right, now I am. All right, brother. Let me just do it this way. I did the wrong thing again. Hold on. All right. All right, I just put my email back in the chat. And so you see, brother Robert, see, can you send it to that email? And I do know that one to come through. But this is the thing they had did, brothers. And they know that they are about, for the ones that do know, now we was that vindictive type people, yes, they would have a legitimate reason to be fearing. They would. But the nations and the so-called powers that be, they got to keep up a lie in order to keep their people calm, in order to keep their people in a belief. That ain't gonna happen. That would never happen. So they got to keep that lie up. They got to keep it up in order to keep their people sane. But now they starting to look at these AI short clips of movies, and they starting to play in their mind, what if their leaders are wrong? That's what they're playing in their head. They can sit up here and say any and everything about us. And they did. That's what they have been doing. But they're not telling the truth about their heart. They just want to hold on to the hate. And their hate is, they're renewing their vows of hate. They are renewing their vow of hate. At least this nation is. Now, you may think, brothers, you may see a people that may look like you, but speak differently. And they may be of you. Because this hatred, brothers, this is another level. And these particular brothers, they will make you, they will almost have you want to lay hands on them. because you're looking at a people and you're thinking it's your people, but they're like, no, I'm not even nowhere close related to you. And I found that it's sad because they got caught up in the slave trade, but they have accustomed themselves to being of a Latino background. They do not want to even mention anything about Africa. But this is that time, brothers. Y'all may think I'm joking. This is going to happen here. This here is going to happen. You will start seeing brothers and sisters jump ship. I'm talking about the ones who claiming, oh, we can people that's claiming we're not black, we're not African, we're not related. They go flip a script real quick. It's going to happen. Brother Rob, what is minus 10? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I know what you're doing. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. 10. Oh, I did something wrong. Hold on. All righty. And so, there's going to be a flip, brothers. It's going to be a flip. And truthfully, we can see that right now. Because see, this tribulation that we are in, and although it may be at the early stages of it, this tribulation is going to bring out the real people. That's what it's going to do. Now, granted, and it's fire. In order for anything to be redefined, you go through fire. And, if you got any impurities, it get burnt off. But if your whole body is impure, please, that may be that hell for you. But it's going to flip. It's going to flip. You will find out who's real. And now you can be that person that can hold up so much gossip, and you claim to be of Israel, but yet and still we know what law says. Most High, he's very real about it. He's a mind your own business. But when you can mind other people's business to keep up talk, 9 times out of 10, you lying about something. And you keeping up a contention. The Most High is going to deal with you. Whew, ticking, sister. Let me tell you something. Babylon's clock is not ticking. That's a base. Boom. Yes. It's beyond ticking. This stuff is blatant. That's what it is. It's blatant. And the Most High is using his people for his people are just being gritty with truth. When I'm saying it, brothers, in the best way possible, but it's truth. It may be gritty, but it's truth. It's going to be gritty. If the Most High consider, if the Most High said you will see 10,000 over here, 10,000 him, or whatever, on your left and on your right, he means it. It's absolutely impossible for the Most High to lie. And so when we read about our forefathers and the nations throwing babies to alligators, what? That same type of atrocities is going to happen to the nations. And I say nations with an S. Now, Sister Barbara, yes, that's like whoo-wee. At any moment, any time. Now, you know what I also, sister, on that, I will say this, brothers, you have some brothers and sisters out there, and I'm hoping that they meaning well with it. They're telling you that, you know, you need to leave and all that stuff. I mean, okay. But when I listen to some of the stuff they be saying now, they're trying to, at the same time, they're trying to get you in the mindset that you move to these countries, you know, you can live comfortable. Brothers and sisters, the Most High never once said you go be comfortable. Never. So you comfortable. Now, this tribulation, this great tribulation, brothers and sisters, that's global. It's just not in the United States. That's global. You will feel that globally. So this is just my encouragement, and I'm going to be real with this. Don't set your mind to being comfortable. Living, yes. Comfortable, And for individuals to push that, I mean, I wouldn't do it. That's just me. I would not say, you know, and I know we like to live, to be comfortable and things. I mean, brothers, look here. You can put that work in, put the work in. But you're not going to be living like Satan's system. Now, mind you, this is a footnote. If you put in that work and you find any and every opportunity to have electricity at your place, so be it. You know, I get solar, you get solar. All right, I know I need to know how to maintain these batteries. So be it. I'm not mad at you, brothers. I'm taking my hat off to you. You know what you want. You put that work in and you get it. You know you need to eat. All right, let me set up a hydroponic system. Set it up. Be about your business. But to sit up here and say, there you go, Sister Zenobi, you just said it. Hold on. That's what I'm talking about. If we were comfortable, we will not call out to the Most High. That's my point. If you comfortable, you ain't gonna call out to the Most High. But when you are in a compromising position, yes, you're going to call out. You're going to call out. Now, living in condos and things of that nature, brothers, to me, this is just me now. And I'm not knocking brothers and sisters that want to live in a high-rise building and condos and things of that nature. But when that system go down, electricity going down, your plumbing is going down, you coming out that building. You are coming out that building. This is not the time to get reaccustomed to a dying system. Well, the residue of Babylon is at, trust and believe, it's going to be judged. Whether you in Africa, Timbuktu, whatever, if Babylon has a residue there, it's going to feel that. It's going to feel that judgment of the Most High. It's going to. So now, getting your heart comfortable. No, brothers, this is not that time. But knowing what you need to do and being satisfied with what you have in your life, that's showing respect to the Most High. And he knows, he knows the time is going to come. It's going to come. You're going to be comfortable. But before then, you got to go through the fire. Because whenever you want, brothers, whenever you want, you got to go through some pain. You got to go through it. When we woke up, we realized who we were. We knew we had to come back to the Most High. Did we not? How many of you all started going through some pain when you woke up and you knew you needed to go back to the Most High? You start having that pain. And that pain was your family, opposition, whatever it was a pain. And some of you still going through it right down to this very day. Whenever you want something that is out of the norm, you got to go through the pain. You got to go through the pain. And this is where we are at. The Most High has to come to him. Now think about that now for a moment. The Most High wants us to come to him. But if we come to him, we're going to feel some pain. Yeah, you're right. You're going to feel some pain. He's letting you know you're going to feel some pain. And you come to me, you're going to feel some pain. Because truthfully, the Most High is redefining you when you come to him. Sister Barbara, please come on, talk to me, sis. Anytime any one of us is reaching out to the Most High, who you got to realize he's pure flames. You'll get burnt, but you're not consumed. You're going to get burnt, but you are not consumed. The fire's not burning you up. You're like the burning bush. You're in the flame, but you're not being consumed. But whatever impurities that may be on you that we have got accustomed to, Satan says, it has to be burnt off. It got to be burnt off. The Most High is not sharing his glory with the devil or nothing that he put out. This is the reason we got to go through the wilderness. You got screws coming out of your chest plate. No, sis. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Wait a minute, hold on. I just read. Wait a minute. I got screws coming out of my chest plate. What, Sister Barbara? Whew. We're going through it, brothers. Some of us are going through some things a lot more than other brothers and sisters. And for the ones that are going through some very heavy trials and tribulations, trust and believe. Your calling may be a whole lot higher than one of the brothers to the right of you, to the left of you. Your calling may be a whole lot higher. The Most High knows how much trials you can take. But if you're brother or sister, you going through some things, yeah, your calling just may be higher. And so, yeah, you got to go through some things a lot more than the average chosen one. Oh, Sister Barbara. You know what? I'm going to say this, sis. You keep it moving. You keep your mind, your heart focused on the Most High. Because when it's all over said and done, it's all for his glory. It's all for his glory. Because they doing all of this to you. I know what you're talking about. My father, he had that triple bypass, sis. He did. And this is before this awakening, way before this awakening. And so my father, he had his. And so me and my brothers, we got together. It's three of us. And so we went out seeing our father. And I found out he had a bypass. And so my father started having what do you call it? Panic attacks. He was scared he was having a heart attack. And it was scaring him so bad, sis. So he got to a point where he was like, you know what? Bump it. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die my way. Hold on for a minute, Brother Robert. I think I did. But he got tired, frustrated. And the doctors, not the doctors, my father. So what happened, he got so scared he went back to his old ways of life. And he started drinking. Shalom, shalom, Sister Melody. I'm glad you came in, sis. He started drinking again and started smoking again. And I was like, wait a minute, what you doing? He said, hey, look here, I'm so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And, he just got frustrated because he got tired of going back and forth to the hospital thinking he having a heart attack when it was really a panic attack. And so, he just, he went back to that way of life. And so my brother, my youngest brother, he was over his house. Now at this particular time, I moved to Chicago. And I moved to Chicago and I got the phone call and it said, the father, he just died. And my brother, he was over there. He had just left him over there with his wife. And as soon as he matter of fact, as soon as he pulled him into his driveway, he got a phone call. And so he went in and told my sister, hey, look here, we got to leave. They said, June just fell out. My father, that's what they call him, June. And so what had happened, he went over there. Shoot. He had a massive heart attack. When I say massive, you ain't doing nothing. Once your heart lock up, you fall face forward. And that's what my father did. He went face forward. There was no coming back from that. But it's showing you, the reason why I said that, brothers, is because shalom, shalom, Sister Linda Cross. Although, because this happened back in the 90s, this awakening was not like it is now. We take in things, we eat the thing, we drink, we smoke, and that's what we did. I didn't smoke, and I thank my father for me not smoking because I hated it with a passion. I hated the smoke because he always had his friends over, and then when his friends come over, they all smoking and drinking and playing spades and listening to some blues. That's all they did, They smoked so many cigarettes too. You thought you was in heaven because they had a cloud that was like 4 or 5 feet tall. That was in the, separating the house. I lit, brothers, y'all may think I'm joking. And I just couldn't stand the smoke. Couldn't stand it. But I'm a child. So, I go outside, ride a bike, play with the kids, or whatever situation we did. This is just stuff that I remembered. But he wasn't the only one. A lot of his friends was having heart attacks and strokes, having the same, surgeries. Yeah, it does. But this is just my encouragement to each and every last one of you brothers, especially you, Sister Barbara. Don't let them think that cutting on you, adding this here, adding that there, is going to change your resolve in the Most High. You still go be who you are. The Most High knows exactly who you are. He knows your struggles. And he knows his people. He knows his people are going through some things. Because he knows y'all just not fighting a nation. Our forefathers fought nations. Our struggle has scaled all the way up to the heavens. And on top of it, we did not even know who we were. But when we woke up, the Most High said, yeah, you woke, you Israel, but you got a battle right there. These wicked spirits, that's your battle. It ain't flesh and blood. Your forefathers fought them. Your fight is right here. Wicked spirits in high places. Sister Barbara, you may think you having those issues. No, sister, you still past that. That right there, surgeries and stuff, you beyond that. You beyond that. You give off the word, all right, hell on up. I gotta battle this wicked spirit. This is what the Most High said. Why did he put you and all of us in this position to fight against this here? These principalities. The Most High is not playing. He's pushing a people who did not know who they were, who woke up and start to appreciate who we are, who he is, and what he stands for. So now, when you do all of that, you turn back around and you give him praise, oh yeah, give them power that they cannot believe. And let the devil know that these people, my people, when they wake up, they got a staff in their hand. No, he's not playing. The Most High ain't playing. Surgery. All right, if it calls for surgery, so be it. And I'm not gonna knock a person what they, what they choose to go through. Because it's this here, this moment, this battle. Our forefathers never went through this. We think, or we may say, they was talking to the Most High, which, the prophets, some of the kings were. We throwing blows. We woke up, and with this awakening, brothers, I'm going to tell you how serious it is. When we woke up and we got those instructions, hey, your battle is not against flesh and blood. I'm letting you know this. You are Israel, but you're not fighting no nation. Don't worry about the nation. I got the nation. You have this here you got to battle against. Wicked spirits. Brothers and sisters, let that sink in for a moment. How special are these people that's coming out of this 400-year captivity that the Most High is bestowing all of this upon a people? You went from fighting nations, our forefathers that is, to going into captivity, forgetting who you were, not knowing who you were. And it took the Most High's Ruach to wake you up. This is real. This is who we are. Israel has never been in a position that we are in. You say one word and let it happen. Most High said, if you believe that, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, and you say to this mountain, be uprooted and move over to there, he said it would happen. Now, brothers, how many of you all believe that? But at the same time, we can believe that we are fighting against principalities in high places. We can believe that. But when it comes to moving that mountain, are we believing that too? Believe in both of them. This is what the Most High is saying. I woke you up to fame. That's what he did. He woke you up to fame, brothers. Blessings follows the Most High's name. You woke up in Israel, Yasharel, or Yahudim, you've been blessed. Blessings follow his name. Hold on to that faith. This is who we are. This is our battle right as we speak. And it is a very plausible battle. It can be done. When you rebuke the devils, the demons, whoever they want to be, so let it be. But as long as you got Satan got his system, he's going to come back. Yeah, you may expel him from here, but you might have to turn right back around in the next 15 minutes and expel him from there. That's how it gets down until the Most High said it is enough. That's the one who's going to rectify all matters. Woo, Sister Melody, you what? Oh, hold on now. You said had a lumbar decompression with fusion with rods and screws. Good night. Sister, you, oh yeah, my, what maybe spine, do that, I'm still. You know what now, Sister Melody? You know, I'm gonna say this, Sister Melody. When you give him praise to the Most High, this is just me asking you a question. And you may be in pain. But when you sit down and you just like talk to the Most High, do you feel your pain just moving on? Until when you find yourself having a whole conversation with the Most High for about an hour or two, and you right there, you just relax. You think you had you a shot of Hennessy because you feel just that relaxed of talking to him. The Most High will smooth things out. It may be temporary. It may be temporary because as long as you got the devil, now the devil, he knows exactly what he's going to do. She got that rod down her back. I'm gonna irritate her life. I'm gonna make those pains come back because he's trying to make the pain come back because he don't want you to have that relationship with the Most High. You know exactly when to fall back. Talk to the Most High. And so when he wants that conversation with you, don't nothing exist between that conversation. Not your pain, not the devil, just you and him conversating. Some people think this is idle talk. No, it's not idle talk. That's real talk. This is the Most High, who he is to you, to Israel. When he said you will be battling wicked spirits, he means you're going to be battling wicked spirits. They're going to bring some things upon you. They're going to, because they know this is a spiritual battle. Israel went from a fleshly fighting nation to a spiritual fighting nation. Sister Barbara, all day long, we have to rebuke in Yahushua HaMashiach's name. And see, this is the thing. When we woke up with the vengeance of faith. We woke up with the vengeance of that Ruach. And so now, when others started to wake up, Sister Barbara, your experience. Sister Melody, your experience. Now people going to understand. Oh, now this is a battle. This is literally a battle. Anything that this devil can use against Yah's people, I don't care if you had past surgeries or whatever, any affliction, he's going to use it. He's going to use it to get to you in your relationship with the Most High. He's trying to break that relationship when it's all over said and done. This is about breaking the relationship of this awakening. That's all it's about. He wanted to break the man's faith, Job. He wanted to break his faith. He irritated everything about that man's life. He wanted to break Yahusha's bond with his father. He wanted that broke like yesteryear. So now he went on into the wilderness 40 days. 40 days walking about in the wilderness all by himself. All by himself. But when, at his weakest point, Yahusha, he got hungry. Oh, his stomach growling. Oh, he got the devil's attention. Oh, his stomach growling. Oh, shucks. Let me move in on him. And he did. And he tried any and everything to break his relationship with his father. But everything about Yahusha was about his father. Sister Melody, just like what you do. His conversation was with the Most High. He's walking about in the wilderness, not understanding why he's out there. He was led by who? The Most High led him into the wilderness. That was not ordained. It was not predestined that a prophecy that he was going to be led into the wilderness. After his baptism, went into the wilderness, not knowing why, but he was thoroughly tested until the devil irritated him, and he rebuked him. There you go, Sister Melody. He rebuked the devil when he asked for that last vintage of worship. Oh, he irritated Yahusha. You want me to bow down and do an act of worship to you so you can laugh at my father, my creator, and you being a creature. And are you crazy? That's what Yahusha's had in so many words. This is what the devil wanted from Yahusha. A creature, something the Most High created. Yahusha, like, you must be out your mind. And he rebuked him. And so the devil left. The same scenario, Sister Melody. And this is what a lot of our brothers and sisters are going through. We don't know the pain behind these screens. We don't know the pain. This is the reason why I said, brothers, pray for your brothers. Pray for them. There's power in their tongue. And if you believe that there's power in the tongue, trust and believe, you will bring some relief to your brothers and sisters. This is the reason why the Most High said, serve your brother and sisters. Love your brothers and sisters. This is not that selfish moment. The devil is selfish. He's all about his beauty and his selfishness. That's it. If you look at the world and you see what's in the world, you're seeing the devil. If you see what's in the world, you're going to literally see the devil. His residue is global. His residue is global. That's what I'm talking about, Sister Barbara. We have that strength, and that strength is getting stronger. It's getting stronger. Who, Sister Barbara, this system I say is selfish and greedy. Don't care what he got to do to get his point across. If he got to lie, cheat, steal, that's going to be the devil's will. This is the reason why the Most High said, this is your battle. You're not fighting nations any longer. The Most High, I got the nations. I'm judging the nations while you fighting with these wicked spirits. And I gave you strength. I gave you the word to rebuke them. When you tell them to leave you alone, they gone. You know, they some disobedient creatures. They gonna come back, but you got the word. You have the strength. You have the authority to rebuke them. Because one day, they gonna get on your last good nerve. And this one rebuke that you're going to usher from your own mouth, they won't ever touch you again. They won't even come by you again. This is what the Most High is saying. And if we continue to believe these things that the Most High said, that he's given his people, as long as you believe and you maintain that and you think that you believe that and you move with that, you got all of it. You got all of it. It's going to come to a point you're not going to have these rods, these screws, these plates. What did they do? My mother had to have stents. And I was like, what are you talking about, a stent? My mother told me they had to go through one of her arteries and put it inside of her heart. Whew, brother, let me tell you something. The devil is doing any and everything to get us thrown off. If he got to use help, hold on for a minute, brothers. Hold on just for a moment. All right, I'm back, brothers. And also, brothers, before me getting out of here, be very mindful, brothers, and it's not you. If you've been having thoughts that you want to, you know what's in your head when you want to speak about putting it out, or even trying to, if you typing in stuff, it's like the devil is making you thinking you dumb, that you can't type certain things out. You know the word, and you having a time spelling the word. And I'm talking some basic words. And this is what I've been seeing in the system. And it's a dummy down. It is a dummy down. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because if you want to send a text, and you send a text and you typing out certain words, and 9 times out of 10, the word pre-populate at the top. Instead of you spelling that whole word out, you just touch it, boom, it's already there. Then you go on to the next. And you see it, you touch it, it goes there. That's that dumbing down. But it's a wicked spirit. because it's going to get to a time where you're going to start typing that word and it's not going to pre-populate because they got man in a position where they want man at. Now, that's what's going on, brothers. There's a dumbing down that they want to get us into. Be very mindful of it. If you feel that you have a blockage in your head and you know you got words on the tip of your tongue, now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you just forget certain things and things. But when you start seeing this happen more of a norm, you rebuke the devil and you give glory to the Most High and let the Most High open your mind up. Because one thing about it, the Most High said he's going to put his laws in our hearts and mind. He's going to put his laws in our hearts and mind. What do you think the devil is working on, brothers, right now? He's taking information that the Most High said what he's going to do for his people. Heart and mind. All right? The devil said, I need to get these people dumbed down. I need to keep them their minds occupied, even if it's a little phone game. You feel you got a little time in your hand, you start playing the game, brothers. You start playing that game. No. Be very cautious of how the devil is using our time and at the same time trying to dumb us down. Start rebuking a lot of this stuff. When you come into a point, brothers, and you forgetting some basic words, or especially how to spell them, rebuke it and let the Most High open you back up. It's going to happen. Then you're going to understand what's happening. When you start to see this, you're going to start to understand, oh, is the Most High doing work within me? That's going to be the question. That's going to be the question. He said he's going to put his rules in our hearts and mind. The devil knows he needs to get inside your mind. But he can't mess with your heart. But he knows the mind. He got to work on that mind first. Because whatever's in your mind, it can trickle on down to the heart. But the Most High, if you start with that heart pumps the blood throughout the whole body, including the mind. The devil works backwards. He tried to use the mind. Did he not use the mind with Eve? He knew good and well he could not go to Adam. He knew he could not go to Adam. If I go to Adam, he going to shoot me down. He going to shoot me down. And if I go to Adam, all he's going to do is go back there and tell Eve. He's going to warn Eve, this serpent came to me and so and so, so and so, so and so, and I rebuked them. So yeah, she gonna be on point then. She gonna be on point. Oh, but not. He went to Eve. The devil is sinister. The devil's still sinister. The Most High said this about his people. I'm gonna put this in your heart and your mind. The devil was saying, wait a minute, the heart, the mind. She was, these people, they go, shoot, no, I need to get to those people before this even happened. He plans things out. He orchestrated his demonic ways. Right as we speak. I need to get these people so sick. I need to get these people reliant upon my system. This is the so-called apple of his eye. His son would not bow down to me. I'm going to have these people bowing down to me daily. I'm going to take these people from him. I'm going to have them in a position where they say, no, I can't be putting my faith in herbs and all that. That's what the devil is saying. But the Most High, he knows his people. He knows his own. Oh, when we, brothers, truthfully look to serving one another, we find happiness with one another. This is the reason Why you have certain brothers and sisters who deal with certain brothers and sisters because they have a connection there. They have a trust that I know if I'm on bad times, this brother gonna look out for me, this sister gonna look out for me. And vice versa. That's serving brother to brother. And when those numbers grow from those 2 to those 10 to those 30 to those 40, now you got a whole nation serving one another. That's what the Most High said we are going to be amongst his people, a people serving one another and helping the world at the same time. You got to be on the cords to be in his tent. You got to be on that accord. But if you on that selfish thing, yeah, you still mingling with the devil. You still mingling with the devil. Whew. Sister Barbara, yes, I had those. Also, stents plus. Let me tell you something, Sister Barbara. And you may be one of those people. I ain't gonna say people. One of those servants who may have to go through some things like this. Because your calling may be could be some totally different from your brothers and sisters. And you may have somebody who may have one a lot further from you. The Most High knows exactly who he has chosen and what his people will be doing and why they are doing what they're doing. Because, hey, the Most High may say, no, I'm not going to have you here. I need you right here. And for this position that you're standing at, this is a very heavy responsibility. And you got to go through the fire for this here. You got to go through the fire. What? Did not Moses go through the same thing? Moses, Aaron had very high responsibilities, extremely high responsibilities. And brothers and sisters, like I said, we woke up to fighting demons. This is what we got to. So now what makes you think that your calling is some small calling? It is a very high calling. It is a very high calling. And evidently, the Most High is looking at something that you got, and especially the devil knows you are in a position to do things. But if he can get to your heart for you to break that communication between you and the Most High, he go work you he go work it. But like what you said, Sister Melody, Sister Barbara, you got to continue to give glory to the Most High. Some of the pain gonna come back. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. But you got a staff in your hand. You have a communication with the Most High. Give him glory and keep it pushing. I tell you, these last days, no, it's not going to be easy. It's not. But when the Most High said it is enough, and we ain't even talking about no death. It is enough. You done stood the trials, the tribulations. Now you're able to stand up, and you have done the Most High's will. You will have the Most High shedding tears for you. Who was that? King David. He was after the Most High's heart. I mean, he was driven by his heart. That's that spirit the devil most definitely do not want you up on. And here you are running the same bloodline of a Yahudim. You got the spirit of David in you. Yes, the devil is highly upset. He's he's scared. All the fear that he put out on Yah's people, Most High said he gonna take all that fear. He gonna take all that fear, and the devil, he's going to choke on all that fear he brought up on Yah's people. Sister Barbara, Sister Melody, may the Most High continue to enjoy you all's conversations when you're reaching out to him, when you're giving him glory. Make his heart. I mean, if you just got to drop a tear from it, so be it. Get to his heart. Your forefather David did the same thing. We are of that bloodline. He woke us up. We see we come to appreciate him. We see the laws. We see what man taught. They told us the law was done away with. They lied. We grabbed it. Brother Robert, I'm glad you said that, brother. Because there is a situation, you just told me, Brother Mike Hashitan is trying to block our communication. He is. He was doing that earlier. I was talking to my wife, and she was telling me about a serious situation. And you know what's killing about it? I was there, and I said, no, I see a problem. And I told her what the problem was. And it's with this young sister. And I said, look here. I see something about this sister that ain't good. She's playing with a demon. She's playing with a demon. And so what had happened? The mother, the grandmother, and the aunties, they had a meeting with this young sister. And I said, something is not right. And and today they had a meeting with her. And the young sister was saying she be having some dreams of sleeping with a woman. Now, the first thing that came to my wife, she said, Mike, you just told me this 2 days ago that and I said, it was something about her. And that's what she been having. She just out of the clear blue sky, she just started laughing. And so the grandma was like, looking over, she said, you okay? And you asked a question, she just started laughing. I said, no, this is serious. And so now me and my wife going back and forth. Now we started having a communications problem. And don't get me wrong. There were days I called, phone be acting up. But no, the Most High give you discernment, brothers. And when he give you that discernment, you better go own it. He goes, either it's going to be, all right, the devil is trying to mess with your communications. Rebuke him. So we rebuked the devil. Brothers, we talked, and then we went on and talked about something else without a flinch of issues with the communications. The devil knows exactly what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I was telling you, brothers, about 2 months ago, it was his brother in a village. He was dealing with cancer, colon cancer. And so what had happened, unfortunately, before then, the brother was doing pretty good. The bleeding slowed down dramatically. We was praying for this brother. The bleeding slowed down, and so Hydia took a bus ride out there to his village. It was like 20 hours. It took 20 hours for her to get there. So Hydia called me. She said, well, we need to get him to a hospital. Now, then the nearest hospital was 10 hours away. So well, the nearest bus station was like 3 hours away. Then had to get him to the hospital was like another 10. Now, mind you, brothers, this brother had to wear Pampers, and things. And so they got him. The bus trip was pretty rough on him. It was. So, but when they got him there, got him into the hospital, and they really, they was helping the brother out and things. And I don't know whether they knew this or not. If you're in a hospital, brothers and sisters, and you let up in the bed, if you can get out of the bed and move for 10, 15 minutes, that keeps the blood circulation going. But if you don't, you can set up blood clots. And I kid you not. So the granddaughter, she was in the room with the grandfather. Grandfather got him. He said, my chest is hurting. Brothers and sisters, that brother had a heart attack. It wasn't cancer that killed him. It was the heart attack. They, it just shot the sister down. I mean, she was seeing nothing but hope. It's like, we prayed for this brother. The brother started doing good. He said, tell Brother Mike, I really want to see him. He was talking, I want to see him before I die. And I'm making, plans to come there. And, then Didi called me and told me he had chest pains and he went into full cardiac arrest. The granddaughter, her name is Joyce. She was hurt. That was a grandfather. And she was coming to, and she was making plans to go stay with Hydia. And so it happened. The grandfather, when they died, when the brothers and sisters there, they die, they bury them that same, if not that day, the next day. That's what they do. And so it happened. So one of the uncles and the grandmama, they told her, all right, they knew that she was leaving. And but they told her to hold off for like 2 weeks until, the grandmother got her things together and as to where she was going to live. So, that time came. And so it was about time for her to leave. And so they was telling her that the grandmother and the uncle was saying she was not going to leave. And so she really got, heartbroken that they was not going to allow her to leave. So Hydia made a phone call and asked her what was going on, and they told her. And so Hydia was like, what? Why? And so what had happened, brother, y'all may think I'm joking when I tell you this. Let me tell you something. The devil, he's fighting. He's fighting. He is fighting. What had happened, so the sister who's trying to get to go stay with Hydia went and talked to her uncle. Uncle beats her up. Beats her up and busts her nose. So she goes back home crying and everything in the rain because the uncle, and so the uncle wanted some money from Hydia for her to come there. Hydia was like, why do we need to give you money? We buried your brother out of our own pockets, but he wanted money. So he beats his niece up. So she's bleeding from the nose. All night long, she was bleeding. And I'm like, wait a minute. So Hydia called me out. Mike, we so and so, so and so. I'm like, wait a minute. He did what? He busted her nose, and her nose, she just won't stop bleeding. So one of the sisters in the village walked with Joyce to the hospital. Well, hold on. Before they got to the hospital, they had to walk to a bus station. Then they get to a town. Then they take the bus. And they get to the hospital. Now, mind you, her nose still bleeding. But when she told me she got to the hospital, did he call me? She's in the hospital, but her nose will not stop bleeding. And then she said she was starting to get weak. So now, the sister who followed her to the hospital, Joyce was still talking back and forth to Dee Dee. And so the sister was hearing the conversation. She went back to the uncle and told the uncle. Before the uncle could lay hands on her, Joyce, she dies. She lost that much blood from a bleeding nose. She dies from a nosebleed. The man had to bust an artery. I know about busted arteries now. I got hit in the face with a baseball and it busted 3 arteries. And it took me years to heal up. So Hydia said, you know what? They did not call Hydia to tell her that Joyce died. They did not call her. Hydia just hops on the bus. She goes to visit and talk with the auntie to see, what's going on with Joyce. She didn't know she was dead. With the grandmother. And when the grandmama seen Hydia, she just burst out in tears. She burst into tears. But brother, it gets a whole lot more sinister. So when she said, Joyce, she died. So the grandmama took Hydia to show her the grave. The uncle comes out. He calls the police. The police arrest Hydia, Dee Dee, saying she causing trouble. Hydia was like, no, I'm not causing trouble. But this is the sad thing about it, brother. When I say it's the money, it's the money. So Hydia was like, no, he hit her in the nose and busted her nose. This is the reason why she's laying in the grave. You think the police arrested him? Do you think the police arrested him? No, they didn't. He paid the police to arrest her. Oh, this stuff's so sinister. It was not. Hydia, she wasn't scared. She was pissed. She was mad. They had her locked up, talking they're going to take her to the big jail. And so she was like, no, So she calls me, Mike, I'm in jail. I'm like, now I'm kind of upset now. I'm almost ready to thug up. Truthfully. So it happened. Now I'm way here in the United States. She's there. They wanted $50 to release her. I'm like, boy, y'all, ooh, if I can just lay my hands on you Negroes, I would. So, brothers, I send them $80. They found out I was an African American. They went from $50 to $80. I'm saying to myself, these Negroes here just don't know. Oh, And brothers, I'm not that one to be doing bribes, but these people had me hemmed up. I'm over 10,000 miles away. I said, you will have to dial out on her phone. She got to call me in order for me to send the money. I did it. I sent it. She got out. She was still upset. That's it. Hop on the bus and leave. So her and her cousin hopped on the bus and they left. She started crying. Is when she got on the bus, she found out that Joyce was dead from a nosebleed. Brothers, when I say it's demonic, everything that has transpired to help that brother was done contrary from a demonic. I didn't even tell you about the auntie who came in with a white guy. I called him a devil from the get-go. I said, Dee, that is a demon. He came in, laid eyes on the grandfather and said he wanted to help. That's what he said. And he came in and told the police, because of the auntie, that Hidia was trying to kill the grandfather. When everybody else is saying, no, Hidia didn't. She came here, she got him out the village, and she brought him to Wanza to the hospital. How is she trying to kill him? So the police said, ma'am, because the white guy paid the police off. The white guy paid the police off, and he bought the auntie a cell phone. Oh my goodness, what do you think he did to her? Yeah. Any and everything he wanted to do. He knew all it takes was a few dollars to get them to do his bidding. And she did it. She did it. She got it. She beat up Joyce because Joyce spoke up in Dee Dee's behalf. And Dee Dee, now again, she was pissed. She was like, I'm never helping nobody no more. When you saw, she just seen it. She's seen the hate. She's seen what she went out there to do. And after all of this, Hidia, the police told her to leave Wanza. The grandfather was still in the hospital now. The grandfather was still in the hospital. So Hidia left. The niece, Joyce, they would not let her come around her grandfather. But only the auntie and that white guy could. And guess what they did? They left the grandfather in the hospital by himself until one of the nurses was like, where is everybody? So the nurse, what did she do? The only number that she had was Hidia. The nurse didn't know nothing about the police. So she calls Hidia. Hidia told her everything and said the police told her she can't come around. And then she was like, what? You can't come around for what? You brought him from a village that's 10 hours away. His own family didn't do that. So she gets on the phone, the nurse calls the police, tells the police, hey, why will y'all not allow her? And she brought him from the village. And then the nurse started putting it together. Oh, y'all got paid. Y'all got some money out of it. So what had happened, she called somebody in the police station who had rank, called Hidia, and told her to come back to Wanza to care for the grandfather. And he was wasting away now. Now, mind you, 2 or 3 weeks went by. He was wasting away because he didn't know. He wasn't seeing nobody, not his granddaughter, not the auntie, the white guy, nobody. Hit it, nobody. So she got back and he went from 100 when he seen Hidia and Joyce coming back, and they explained to him what was going on. Sister Barbara, the devil is extremely busy. He is extremely busy. He is. And I tell you, when the Most High wakes you up, and then you begging the Most High for discernment. He gives you discernment. Brothers, Whoo-wee. He give it to you. He gives it to you. But with that discernment, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done, you will have to start using it. You will have to start using it. It isn't something you don't wait on and things. No, you move with it. You move with it. Dee got met this young sister, and she was working at a restaurant and everything. She was doing pretty good. She raised up. She said, I think she said she's Muslim, and so we was on our way because she started a new job as a maid. I was like, as a maid, nice house and everything. She was working for this sister. So we went out there to see the sister and everything. And we was talking all outside and all that and everything. And the sister came out. She was outside. We was talking, but she left the gate open. And I just started gazing up in at the property. And so, and the sister, she's a real shy person. We was laughing and all that stuff. So we got to a point where we were like, it's time for us to go. So we started to leave. So we got in the car. I told Dee, I said, something is not right with this here. I said, that sister's too shy. I said, they got 3 cars or 2. I said, but there's a car. So Dee was like, we just took it, But I said, no, something is not right with the situation. I said, this young sister, she's too young to be working as a maid. Don't get me wrong. How old is that sister? I think she said she was 19 years old, 19 or 20. And so I said, no, something is not right here. I said, something is not right. And I said, it's a man that's a problem in his house. So we was going out to eat, and she wanted. I think Dee was trying to set it up that we all will go out to eat because another friend, her name is Light, sister. She's like, Light is like 4 months pregnant, and I know Light. And so Dee calls her. She didn't pick up the phone. I said, okay, but then Dee called one time, and so she picks up the phone. She said. And Dee was like, yeah, I called you so-and-so. You okay? She said, no. And she was talking real low. She said, you said no? She said, no. I'm in very bad trouble. And I'm like, hold on. And so she hangs up the phone. The sister hangs up the phone. Dee calls back. She didn't pick up. And then another time, she calls Dee back. She said, I'm going to call you back, but I'm in big trouble. I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right. So there was a man in that house. He's the brother. He's the brother to the owner of the house, the man, the husband. And she said he's like 45 to 50 years old. He was trying to rape her. She was in there fighting for dear life. So I told Dee, I said, no. We're going back to the restaurant because the uncle works at the restaurant of the sister. I said, you let him know everything. And so he said, by the time we got to the uncle, she called the family and they shot over there and they got her. They were so happy, although they got over there before we can get there to tell them. They was happy that we came back to the restaurant to let the uncle know, to call the family, because she said she was in danger. And yes, that's when Dee talked to her, and she was explaining to Dee what this man was trying to do and things of that nature. When I say, brother, this poor child, she's and she's just broken. She is just broken. And she was telling Dee, my mama want to talk to you and things of that nature. She said, but I'm going home to my mother and my father. And now, but this is my vacation now. This is where I ran up on. And then Didi had a conversation with her. She said, my husband told me that there was something not right in that house. She said that the sister told her, when you all, brother, I'm going to tell you how the Most High works. So she was happy she got a nosy job, and she get paid $40 a month as a live-in maid. So Didi gave the sister some money. You know, I don't know why, but she gave her 30. Let's see, 5, 10, 10. Well, it's like 30. Wait a minute, let me see. 10, 300 shillings. 300 shillings, and that's quite a bit of money. She gave her the money and everything. Brother, you'd be surprised how the Most High works. The Most High knew what was going on. He knew that something was going to go on. So the moment, because she was fighting, she managed to get this man off of her and run into a room and lock the door. Till it got to a point, because he, and I told Didi, when somebody else picked up the phone, they ain't say nothing. It was a man. I said, he bought that phone for her. That's the reason why she don't have the phone. So what had happened, he took the phone, but she managed to get out and she left. She said she used the money that Didi gave her to catch the bus. Family went and picked her up when she got to where she can, there, if you out and about and you walk up on somebody, they got a cell phone, you ask, can he use it? They'll let you use their phone to call somebody. And that's what she did. She called her family and told her what had happened. That's what she did. But she was so traumatized. She went to a family house, stayed there until she went back to her parents' house. Because she couldn't believe it. But Didi told her that we was looking at it and saying, no, this something not right. She said, soon after you left, he came back to the house. And now, at first, he was not doing nothing to her. It's just like once we left, he came in with the motive of trying to rape the sister. These last days, brothers, the devil is not playing. This is about his survival. We're going to see some things. We're going to hear about some things. This is about his life. And like I said, we all go to see some things. I'm serious. We're going to see some things, brothers. But don't let them just floor us that and things of that nature. We keep it moving. And they know the strength that we have. We had one, you got the backing of the Most High. You have that. We are living in a broken system. And it seems like that's all they do there is, and it's sad to say this, but it seems like that's all those men do. They find an opportunity, and 9 times out of 10, when they get through doing what they're doing with these young sisters, they walk away with AIDS, HIV. And it ain't like that they can go to the police, because if that man got some money and he don't have to have a whole lot, he can pay the police off. You can go up there all you want, complaining this and saying that, they will arrest you. You want to talk about corruption? This is a demonic corruption at its worst. Oh, there you go, Sister Bob, or pregnant. That's the thing. And won't think nothing of it. Brothers, when you wake up, brothers, I'm going to tell you this other one. Now, This little girl, the sister rather, she lived in the neighborhood where Dee Dee lived, and she delivered food from different restaurants in the neighborhood. She'll walk to the people's house and deliver the food. But you brothers recall when they had that political situation they had last year, and the police took to the streets and started shooting people and things of that nature. And I was telling you brothers that the sister of that little sister was shot in the back, and she was pregnant. That lady that was the CNN showed, that was her sister rather, but she got shot too in the arm. Well, she had to go to the hospital. So she was in the hospital. They was not doing nothing to that sister. When she called Hydia, because Hydia in her neighborhood, she is known as Mama Hydia. And when you get to it's some type of position that they have in the village, but they show respect to her as if she is an elder. And so that's the position that she had there. So the sister calls Hydia. She tells her that she's in the hospital, she's been shot. Hydia goes out there and spend times with her. And but she was getting sicker. There was, the when she got shot in the arm, it was turning into gangrene. And she said, Mike, it was stinking. It was stinking. I said, I bet it was. But she didn't have no money. So if she don't have no money, the doctors don't do nothing. They don't even clean it up. You just lay there waiting to get sick and die. So Hydia tells me that. So Hydia goes there and pays the doctors $40 to change the bandage and all that stuff and keep it clean. Then that went from $40 to $100, to eventually it came out to 400 USD. That's what it came out to be. So Hydia was telling the doctor that, the doctor saying she could be released, but the police saying she couldn't be released. She had to be released up under the police authority. And then they want to know where she was going, where she was staying, and things of that nature. So they came to Hydia's place. And they was telling Hydia she had to come down to the police station, write out a report of how she know her and everything, how long she been knowing her, all that stuff. Hydia went down there to do it so that so this young sister can be released into her care. But the police also stated to her that this young sister cannot tell nobody what happened. And so Hydia was like, she ain't say nothing, but she said, y'all all on the news. People getting shot. I mean, it ain't, what is she going to say? That was Hydia's mindset. So what had happened? Hydia comes back home, rest up. The next day, she went by to visit her and let her know. She went down there, she wrote the report out, and you're going to be leaving pretty soon. Hydia walks in there and she crying. Not Hydia, but the young sister is crying. She's crying. And so she's crying and she's shaking at the same time. So Hydia just started talking in some type of codes. And she said, did somebody touch you? And she nodded her head and she just, she kept crying. And then Hydia put her hand on her thigh. She said, there? She said, yes. The police raped her. And she said, not just one, two. Two police officers raped this little sister. And then on top of that, there was another sister from Hydia's village. She knew they did the same thing to her. So the police was at the police were working at the hospital. Everybody that had a flesh wound, bullet wound, they had the policemen up at the hospital watching them. The sister was crying. She was crying. So Hydia, she got her together, cleaned her up, and then so the doctor said she need to be back at the hospital for them to check her out like 2 weeks from now. So Hydia kept the appointment. Now this is when Hydia got really pissed, and I did too. Hydia calls me while she took the sister back to the doctor to get her checkup for that, that bullet wound. The sister in the room crying and yelling. Hydia was like, I'm gonna sit in the room. The doctor said, no, you can't stand it. She said, no, this is my sister. The doctor was telling, no, Hydia knew what was going on. So he came out running up to Hydia. And so that's when the young sister started yelling and crying. The doctor shut the door and raped the sister. Told her if she don't shut up, he was going to kill her. And when he got finished, he gave her $2 and put her on an Uber. This is Satan's system, brothers. He do not care nothing for none of us. Nothing. He going to do any and everything possible to break your will, to break your spirit. I'm seeing this. Hear this situation about my sister. Stents being put in my mother. And then on top of what was going on in Tanzania? Brothers, sisters, the devil has, he don't have an ounce of love, nor fear of the Most High. And when the Most High say, this is your battle, this is your fight, brothers, sisters, this is our fight. This is our fight. If this is how, if we can take if out of the equation, this is what a demon do. This is how demon gets down. Yeah, we have a fight in front of us. Yeah, and living here in the United States, yeah, we may not be highly to seeing all of these things, at least from our eyes. But what's done in the dark and this underworld thing, yeah, trust and believe it's being done, but just not out there like that. Protection. But the day is going to come, brothers. What the days of what's going on in Tanzania just may be here. It just might make it here. It's here, but they got it shoved off in a corner. But it's slowly being leaked out to the public of what some powerful people has been doing. Religion is now entertainment. Entertainment is just downright demonic. This is what we are living in right now. This is what we are in right now. I don't care for this system, brothers. I do not. Hate it with a passion. Um, when I really get behind this computer and I start typing these songs up, brothers, and I base everything on scripture. Now I'm having issues with AI saying I cannot type this here. This is what AI telling me what it can't do. But it can type out a rap song and calling women B's and H's. But when it comes to, and this is just recently, brothers, in the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, it go tell me, I'm gonna omit this out of the thing and this here. I said, no. You go type out what I got out here, and we gonna keep this moving. If you don't do it, I'll do it myself. This is what's happening, brothers. This is why I say the system is not, it's going to get to a point where it will not be accessible, because truth brings discomfort to a wicked system. That's what it does. There was a brother, he was saying, information that he's saying, can get him. Yeah, he's right. It can get him hemmed up. And the devil knows exactly, like I said, brothers, he knows exactly who each and every last one of you are. He knows your capabilities. Every drop of it. You speak something, he knows the strength of, hey, if they say this, they can get us hemmed up. The demons are showing that they love living. That's what they're showing. They're showing that they love life. Made a terrible decision that's costing them their life. Yes. Period. But now the Most High sent his people to speak against them. And it's happening. Now, yes, they're showing their wicked side too. Because they know there is a soft side that we have. We don't like hearing and seeing these atrocities that this system that the devil is doing. But if it can destroy us in our path with the Most High, the devil is going to use it. He's going to use it to the best of his ability. And we, at the same time, have to turn back around and always hope in the Most High. All of this here, the uncle, the grandfather and his niece and other sisters and things, brothers and things. No, brother, this is all for the glory of the glory of the Most High. You're right. I'm serious. Sister Melody, facts down. But he's trying to get to us. This awakening, like I said, brothers, it's somewhat new, and it's very explosive. It's very explosive. We have some things that we have to contend with. We got to continue to put up a fight, because they understand the strength of us. The world may not know it, but they do. This is the reason why you're going to see some things, because it's meant to break your will. They ain't worried about the world. The apple of the Most High is these little few people, the ones the world has trampled, walked upon. It's to break their spirit. Yeah, they waking up, dry bones, just getting off the ground, still dirty. But we're standing up with an authority that the Most High has given us. And that authority, they just cannot fathom that. But brothers, I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't even realized I've been on this thing almost 4 hours. Pray for your brothers and sisters. whether you know them or not, pray for them. Be in service to your brothers and sisters. Be in service to them. When you're caring for one of your brothers or your sisters, hey, you're caring for yourself. Sister Melody, testimonies that you will wrap up in the Most High's heart. That's what it's going to be about. You're going to have all of these testimonies, and you're going to turn back around and lock them up in the Most High's heart. That's King David, after the Most High's heart. And the devil do not want you to have that desire. Brother Robert, Brother Mike on? Yeah, I'm on. You don't hear me? Hold on. But brothers, sisters, continue. This is just my encouragement. If you're running up on some gossip of other brothers and sisters, I mean, sometimes you just got to leave them when they're standing there. We got bigger and we have more troubling issues to contend with. We have brothers, you only knew. And at the same time, trying to come up out of Babylon. You too, brother Robert. I'm about to get up out of here too. All right, and but brothers, we have a battle in front of us. And the last thing we need is some unnecessary nonsense to contend with. Gossip, leave that nonsense to the devil. If it ain't none of your business, leave it alone. If it ain't none of our business, leave it alone. If it doesn't concern you, don't speak it. Don't put yourself in a judgment scenario with the Most High, or you keeping up unnecessary nonsense with your brothers. If you say you want to set up a Goshen for brothers and sisters here who may go wait on the Most High, who are you to sit up here and mock your brothers and sisters? When the Most High said, get out of Babylon, brothers and sisters, you can take that in two different ways. It can be spiritual or it can be both, spiritual and physical. But Babylon is global. Never forget that, brothers. It's global. This is an individual thing. And I'm not knocking brothers. I'm not going to knock sisters. If you move, so be it. So be it. I'm still going to respect you. I'm not going to talk about you. Whatever encouragement that you may need, brother, I'm going to speak it. I'm not here to tear you down. I'm not going to work for the devil. And you have some brothers around here that are literally working for the devil. They meant to tear you down, rip you up, and to get into your business. That's what they will do. And at the same time, want to stand back and say, I'm a person of the Most High. I'm a servant of the Most High. No, you're not the servant of the Most High. You can't be. You cannot be a servant of the Most High and keep up unnecessary nonsense, talking about things you are not. Because eventually, this tribulation is going to show individuals who they really are. That's what it's going to do. It's that fire, brother. Consume you, hey, consider yourself blessed. But if it consumes you, you may have been that bad seed. You may have been that seed the Most High did not want around his people. Don't roll those type of dices. These last days, brothers, this is my encouragement. Pray for your brothers. Let your spirit breathe. And for those that can, look at fasting a little bit, brothers. You be safe out there, Sister Barbara. And may the Most High continue to bless you. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name, you as well as Sister Melody, and any other brothers and sisters that are dealing with any type of infirmities, whether it's physical, spiritual, or mental, keep glorifying the Most High, because He's going to make sure that you make it through. That's where your strength comes from. That's where your strength is going to lay, is with the Most High. And I appreciate that, Sister Barbara. You brothers and sisters, be safe. Until next time, you brothers continue to give glory to the Most High in Yahushua HaMashiach's name. We walk, we think, we live for the Most High. Like Yahushua said, you must love your Father from the heart. And let's move our hearts to loving our Father. Be like David. Reach out for his heart. You brothers and sisters, be safe out there. Shalom. Email me, Brother Mike. Brother Robert. All right, I'm gonna do that. Did I see your thing? Did you email me, brother, from the email I gave you, the RTT solution at gmail.com? But I'm gonna look through this. I seen the number that you gave me. I think I know how to decode that. So let me decode it, and then I'm gonna see can I get in contact with you. Sister Zenobia, shalom. You be safe out there, sister. All right, brothers and sisters, you all take care.